So we're still in this docu-series. Let me pause this because it's going to be out of control. Hold on. It's a strange little movie, guys. I've been getting into some good movies. Okay, so listen, anyways, because I'm still doing my hair. Take it forever, but I'll show you guys the finished product. Okay, this little cute little mini twist is something different, right? Still natural hair. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I took some of my hair out of my old locks, combed it out, and I am replacing it back into my hair. It's very fun. It's very fun to repurpose hair and stuff like that. Anyways, I want to talk today about swinging and then like open relationships and stuff like that. And I know you guys are like, why are you talking about this stuff? This stuff is more so what we would consider like taboo topics or stuff that like rest of the sides or like, you know, the secrecy of it. It's very fun. But earlier we spoke about you know, like the love dolls type of thing with the sex robots and the sex dolls, right? We went from objectophilia to sex dolls and sex robots to now we're going to be talking about like threesomes, open marriages, and then also swinging. This stuff is important for us to kind of know because, again, like I said, society has tremendously changed, right? You have on the shallow end, on the top of the surface of everything, they would like to have a veneer, if you will, like when you get veneers, right? They like to have a veneer of being traditional. This is my wife. This is my husband. You know, we have a white picket fence, the American dream or Australian dream or wherever you're from, or the UK dream. You get my drift, right? So we have those type of notions that we even still are instilling in our children. But on the undercurrents, right beneath the surface, things have significantly changed. And if you haven't been living under a rock or if you've been kind of just like off to yourself like I have been, you'll be surprised at how things have changed, right? Because I've been off the dating scene for 10 years, right? Just been kind of chilling, dealing with the kids. I ain't really want to be bothered like that. And now I'm kind of starting to look into the things and you kind of see how people are approaching you, right? And then you can kind of see your peers, they're okay with a lot of this stuff, right? So it's important for you to educate yourself. It doesn't mean that you have to delve into it because I'm not interested in that, but it's okay if you want to delve in so I can understand. I don't like to judge people. I like to kind of say, oh, okay, well, what would make you want to do, you know, swinging? And so we're going to listen to a few clips from some married couples, and some have been together for a long time, 10 years, 28 years, no, 29 years. And they've been singing, probably singing too. Singing while they swinging and singing and swing, you know, and slinging. Yes, can I? They probably singing while they swinging, while they slinging. You know what I'm saying? So this stuff is very important for you to know, right? So it's just important for us to know because you want to know what's going on, right? You know what I mean? Because I know everything, again, we're all about public persona and, you know, this is how I really am. And no. You know you ain't like that. You know that. You know. I know. All right, so, right? He swear to God I be talking to my little bird over there. But anyways, so swinging, right? Swinging, if you guys are like, what are you talking about? You talking about being on the playground and the swing? Well, they might do that too because they have sex swings, right? But swinging is when you have, it's either a legally married or, domestically, like I guess domestic partnership, right? Or even if you just don't stay together, it's a partner that you have. And then what they do is they seek sexual experiences outside of their relationships. So they can either go to like things like swingers clubs, they have websites, they have apps, they have all sorts of stuff, right? And then they come up with their own rules and it is individualized according to each couple, okay? All right. Now, I have never partaken in this myself, and I haven't had many relationships, but I haven't partaken in this in myself. But I have been watching the documentaries because it's more prevalent to what you think. Lawyers, doctors, clergymen, teachers, healthcare workers, everything, everywhere. The bell ringer, all of them. Okay. So, and there's no judgments again. Okay. This is stuff that you'll be considered, you know, but it's important for you to kind of know because you can have people that you work with and they be getting it in, you know. So this is what they do. So they come up with different types of rules. Like some of them say, well, you can't kiss. So they basically just go in for the kill and just get to doing it. Or we only can invite women in or invite men in, or it's a 4 or it's a 3. It's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, a lot. You understand what I'm saying? And I hate to say this. I don't hate to say it. I'm not ashamed. At 40, I have never experienced any of these things. So for me, I almost feel like a country bumpkin, which is like, so I have to watch my facial expressions. So I mean, and the thing is, people are loud and proud now. So they're openly saying these things. I mean, I'm obviously not living under a rock. I got street smarts. I mean, come on from Detroit, like what you mean? But I have not seen it this like out in the open now. Like you could just go on YouTube and just search up polyamory or polygamy or swingers or open marriage, open relationship, and it's everywhere, right? And so their thought process is that being monogamous is not natural, right? And that women need to overcome like their jealousy, and then if they believe the men also, it helps them to overcome their jealousy and it enhances their relationship. I don't judge anybody, but that's what they think, or they think like some people look at sex as an animalistic type of just act. It's just bam, 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 that type of thing. Whereas with me, I don't look at it like that. I've been young and I done did some things, right? But at 40, I'm kind of just like, wow, I've really just like been living under a rock. Everybody doing this. What's going on, right? So this is their thought process, right? I would think it would disrupt intimacy, but they begin again their rationale, because people ration things. Their rationale is that they tell each other everything, so that way, I guess for the women, they're like, oh, well, at least he's not cheating, right? Sorry for the lighting. I'm not gonna fix my lighting, no ring light. It's just this is what it is. Okay, I was doing my hair and I wanted to do this, so that's their rationale, is that at least he's not cheating. I know what he's doing. I know who he's doing it. I could see him doing it, right? And especially with the stuff that's going on in the socials and stuff, you can see, where they call them, you know what I mean. If you know, you know. I'm not about to get into that because I don't want to smoke. But, okay. So you have different people that live this type of lifestyle. This is like a big thing to them. And it's a big part of their relationship. And I've never really even thought about that. Like I've had like, how many? Like, I would say 1.5 serious relationships. I don't really take men seriously like that off the back. It take a minute. So I'm trying to think if I wouldn't want to do that with him. I would at the time, and I wouldn't even. I ain't gonna want to do it now. But I wouldn't want to. I don't like sharing. So that's me. I'm a big bitch. I'm a big bitch. I'm a greeter bitch. I don't want to. No, thank you. It'd be a fight. That's me. That's me. But I'm not judging nobody. If that's your thing, you like, oh, we getting it in. We be swinging about. Hey. But it's more prevalent than what you think. You be surprised, right? They act all prim and proper. You know what I mean? So sexuality is a big thing, right? That's another thing where I'm trying to break down like biases. Very slowly, we're trying to plant some seeds just to break down the biases. So even though you don't agree with other people's lifestyle, you don't have to like judge them so harshly where you think they're a bad person. Like, I don't think that they're bad people. You know what I mean? Like I told you guys that I'm bisexual. I'm not practicing, but I am. I haven't really found any women that I've seen really attractive like that, because I really like personality. I like, a loyal character type of thing. And that's not prevalent in today's society. I don't like the plastic look. So that's another thing. Like I don't, man, somebody that look like me, BBW. So that's just my thing, right? So you can judge me off of that, which I don't give a damn. But when it comes to as far as like if I'm in love with someone, which I've only basically been in love, I would say literally one time. The other one was puppy love. I'm engaged. I'm in college. Like that was like when I look back on it, that was puppy love, because it was too easy for me just to break them. Like, okay, this is over with, right? My notion of love is someone that you consider doing life with, right? I respect your decisions. I respect your judgment. I'm sexually attracted to you. I have chemistry with you, natural, which is a must. And then I feel a responsibility to you, right? So if I'm really giving that area as my mind, body, and soul to someone, I don't want to share that with nobody else. No. What do you mean? So that's where I'm at, right? At 40. Most people ain't going to change at 40 at this time. So when you're out in the dating scene, this is also another question to ask. Hey, do you like swinging? Have you ever swung, or swinging and slinging and singing? Was you singing when you was swinging and you was slanging? You know what I'm saying? So those are things that we need to ask people. We need to ask them, hey, do you believe in threesomes? Would you like group sex? You like foursomes? What do you like? Those are questions. I mean, don't ask it like that. That's intimidating. That's weird. I was just weird right there. That was like a little like, what? But okay, that was really like my inner, like, bewilderment. Like trying to, what do you like? Right? Okay. Whatever. So, okay, don't ask it like that, but ask them, you have to ask them these type of things, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to date somebody on the surface and then you start, I like them, and you falling in love with a mask, and then you find, oh, you really offered to some stuff. And then if they offer to the stuff, Are they vetting this people? So I do say this. I respect some of these people in these clips as far as their lifestyle. I don't agree for myself, but that's for them. Everybody can do whatever they want to do. Where some of them have rules, like we got to get STD testing and a psych eval, because people be crazy. You understand? I haven't had no swinging thing, but I've had some. My baby daddy, one of his baby mamas was crazy. You understand what I'm saying? She did her whole living room up like me. Okay? I'm just, when you deal with stuff like that, you deal with how the depths of how females can be crazy, and it wasn't a sexual type of situation, you be surprised, like, girl, what's going on with you, girl? So that's my thing, and that's my journey. I've dealt with a lot of jealous females where they get very jealous off of the thought, and they will be doing some crazy stuff. One of the ladies got pets like I did, and I know y'all thinking like, girl, you ain't all of that. Ain't nobody. They are. I'm not saying I'm all that, but I don't know what it is. So on my journey in life, women don't respond to me well in that way. Where if we was having a threesome, it wouldn't be a threesome. They would think, "Oh, I'm you," right? Because you can have energy like that. It attracts and it repels people. It attract them to you, right? But then it also repel them. So I'm aware of that. Again, be aware of yourself. You have to be aware. You can really be attracted to someone that thinks that they're cute, and you guys can really get along. But when it comes to sexuality, you're gonna have to agree. Right? Now, some people think, well, I could change your mind. I'm going to give you the vitamin D. Okay, well, I don't think so, because I'm very much aware. And it's not just, oh, that was just one circumstance. Don't let your past, is not my past. I haven't even dated nobody, and women are still acting like that. So I'm aware my energy is just not good in those certain circumstances. Either the woman get obsessed with me or obsessed with the man, or both. So that's just not going to work for me, right? But if you more of a somber energy where people are more so like you're palpable to people, which I'm very aware of that. And what do I mean by that? Not saying, oh, you're down there and I'm up here. Like, hell no. I mean, as far as like, people don't respond to you strongly in that way, right? You're like, I'm just having fun. I'm enjoying my man. We'd be some freaks and we're going to get up and go to work and you be responsible. Okay. But as far as with me and my walk in life, I cannot do that because women act very, very strange. They'd be trying to poison somebody. They'd be doing some weird stuff. I'd be, oh, you want to give me a massage? And they put some stuff up in there. I have allergic reaction. I can't. So that's me, right? So I'm taking myself out of it. And I'm saying, just look at these clips, okay? Again, I want you guys just to kind of see. Sometimes we can get caught up in our bubble of life where, I understand you got kids, you got work, you got stuff to do, you got to pay the DTE, I got to get that food and such and little Joey got basketball practice and baseball. I get that. And then you want to show up for them. You want to, cheer them on. You got to encourage. I get that, right? And so it might be objectophilia. That might be your thing. Or what was the other one we just did? Sex dolls. That might be your thing where you feel like you catering to yourself. Like, I'm going to give it to this sex doll when I get home. She don't even know. I had a hard day at work, right? And I don't want to hear no, because you ain't got to hear no lip because the doll is like that. Or just like this. Right? Okay? Or your thing might be like, I'm going to go to the swinger party and I am going buck wild. I'm gonna snort some lime. I'm gonna have me a little champagne. It's about to be on. I'm gonna put a little cocktail. It's about to be, that might be your thing, right? That might be how you cut loose. So I'm not gonna judge you for that. It's just that I can't do that because I know my walk in life. I'm not better than nobody. It's just that I know how my energy does with women. Maybe another version of me in an alternate universe is like over there. I don't know. Listen, I'm going way too far. But you get what I mean. Maybe another version, but the way that I'm set up now, it wouldn't. Okay, so these are important things you want to know. You want to make sure that person know, you know what, that's cool that you like that. You just leave them alone. You know what, you have a nice day. And they should leave you alone as well. Like right now. Right? It shouldn't be nothing somebody's offended by or want to force on you because the way your energy is set up. So if your energy is more like, I'm more of an introvert. I could be an extrovert when I want to. I like to chill, you know what I'm saying? I look at partying, laying in the bed and watching a nice movie. That's fun to me. And maybe going out to a little jazz club. What I'm saying is you want to basically make sure that you are equally yoked with the person. A yoke is something they used to put on the oxen and stuff, and they would see, basically you carrying the weight of that, right? You don't want it to be imbalanced. Where you have a man that's like, I like to go buck wild. I don't vet nobody. Like some of these men don't vet nobody. I don't respect those type of swingers over relationship. They go with Keisha down the street. They don't know if she got an STD. They don't know if she got mental illness. They don't know if she got attachment issues. They ain't got to know the person. That type of stuff could be dangerous to me, right? I don't want that riffraff around my house because them women don't let go. Whereas some of these people, they might sleep with their friends, you know, might be a little New Year's Eve, like, hey, Bob, and then they come over there and, you know. So this is what people decide to do. You know, this is how people are cutting loose, right? But see, their public persona is that they want you to respect them, and they know people look at you weird. You like objectophilia, or you like sex style. You do threesomes. You're a swinger. You know, disgusting, right? Sorry about that, guys. So this is why people would say, I'm the school teacher. I am the deacon. I volunteer. I help kids out. They overcompensate, right? Because you want to be, again, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You want to be accepted, okay? But I'm, you know, on the back end of it, just looking, just kind of learning and saying, okay, people are people. You know what? It ain't bothering me. That's how I wish everybody thought like that, right? Because people will look at me on the opposite end of the spectrum and say, you're a prude. I'm not a prude. Not by long. I ain't get fat kids by being no prude now. Like, what you mean? What you talking about? Okay, I'm not no prude, right? Or you're boring. Hell nah. Not with all this imagination. I don't think so, right? Not in that aspect. I'm just very romantic. I'm very quiet. I really like to enjoy someone, and I want them to enjoy me. And there are men out there that don't really, they might look at another woman to sleep with them. They're going to be like, I want to build. I damn sure ain't bringing them in my house. So these are certain type of things that I've learned, that some of these couples have rules. I would never bring no another woman in my house. They're crazy. You understand? My walk of life. You might be saying, but I could do that and da-da-da. But you got kids and stuff. Might be single white female situation. Okay? All right? Or that movie where Beyonce was in, that Obsessed movie. You understand? You have to be a little careful with that. Okay? So... And by the way, I love Beyonce because she's very private. So I really understand that. Like, I really, really get that privacy because she has a very beautiful energy, very enigmatic energy, very beautiful physically, okay? And then mentally, because her work ethic, she's disciplined. You know, her body is tea, right? She has these beautiful kids. She's grooming them to teach them in a way. So those type of things are very attractive qualities. A lot of women don't dedicate themselves to have. So she's like a pinnacle of envy. Right? So when you know that, you have to be more pulled back and private. Now, we don't know what they're doing in person. This isn't my business, right? But you have to be more pulled back, right? I have to have a nigga sign an NDA because they talk too much. You got a big mouth. Or they be trying to get some clout off because they know some about energy you carry. So me, I have to be more private. I can't do stuff like that, right? But there are a lot of people, you know, I'm not going to say regular people, but you know, the regular people that's just enjoying themselves. So I want you guys to take a look at these clips, you know, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. It's just that your lifestyle is your lifestyle. And I wish people would look at that as that way. Stop deeming your only way of thinking is like the right way. You can have your opinion and have your doctrine that you live by, but that shouldn't change how you deal with people. Now, do you have to be best friends with them and have them all up in your house and we're going to have a barbecue to get, like, no. Because if I don't agree with your lifestyle, I don't have to be around you. But I don't have to have unnecessary hatred towards you too, like, and looking at you all the time. Look at that person. He's in love with the roller coaster. Objectophilia. Look at them. Got the sex down. And I'm just constantly disgusted by it. If you don't like something, change the channel and move around. Or look at them. They swingers. Nasty. Okay, you don't have to be bothered with people. You really don't. You can seek to understand, okay, well, it might happen from trauma. It might not. It might happen from boredom. It could be. You don't know what people's reasonings are why they do what they do. That's not your job, right? Especially if you work with them or if you see them in common. They're your neighbor. They're in your family, right? You don't have to be like, I have to agree with you. You don't have to agree with a damn thing. That's not your lifestyle. I don't have to accept it and partake, right? Again, know thyself. Know your energy. Know what you kind of carry. Okay? You have to know that. You know, some people's sex is very potent. Some of the punani is powerful. You understand? And so we get that out there crazy. You understand what I'm talking about? So some of us got to clank it down a little bit more. Just saying. So look at these cute little clips that I have here. Tell me what you think. It's very interesting. And I know these are like, girl, what does it got to do with gardening? Nothing. I know this channel is about gardening, but this is kind of like what I like to get into and talk about on my podcast, which I've just been like recording my podcasts. I have not been uploading them because I've just been doing these I do all of them at the spur of the moment. It could go months and months without me doing a podcast, and then I'll just get. So right now, I seem to be on this kick of thinking about and talking about taboo things and things people really would consider bizarre, because I've always been considered weird, which is fine and strange. So I want to kind of broaden your perspective. There's some real weird stuff out here, right? And so there's not a way for you to point your fingers at people. It's just to say, okay, that's your lifestyle. As long as you ain't hurting me and mine, you going on and get on. You understand? Okay? So just look at this, right? Me, myself, I'm a monogamous type of person. I know you're like, how you bisexual monogamous? I don't know. Okay? It is what it is. Those are just thoughts. But some people don't consider themselves monogamous. Some people, they like Baskin Robbins dick or cooch. Okay? I don't know. Or they consider it a fantasy. Again, I was telling you about the Sims life, where they consider it like it's a fantasy. Make your dreams. Or I'm going to give you a threesome for your birthday. I don't know how that's a gift, but to them, they can do that. See? I wouldn't be able to do that because it'd be a curse on the man, because the woman would start acting crazy, then it'd be a problem for me and for. So it's just for me, I can't do that. You understand? It's not, oh, you better. I just can't do it. And if you don't believe me, just trust that I know that, okay? I've been myself for 40 years. So I know. So for you guys, just take a look at it. If I can look at other people on my opposite end of the spectrum and say, okay, well, that's what you want to do, it should be reciprocated in that way as well. If somebody doesn't want to partake of your life, so they're not approved. Like, oh, that doesn't mean that they're approved. They just don't, that's not me, right? That's not me. That's you. You do you, and I'm going to do me. You mind your business, and I'm going to mind mine. And then in the meantime, we could seek to understand. So, okay, that's what you like to do. That's your lifestyle. Be blessed. Have a good day. Okay? All right. Check out these clips and tell me what you think. Peace.
Have always been open with each other about their desire to bed another woman together.
Just got to find my scraper. Courtney is interested in females, and she's not a lesbian. She's bisexual, so.
Celebrity crushes. I think we can agree on Sandra Bullock and Jennifer Aniston. They're like timeless beauties.
Yeah.
Courtney and Blaine recently made their three-way fantasy a reality, minus the celebrities.
We went on a vacation with some friends to Mexico, and we met a girl that my wife took a liking to, and we ended up fooling around with her.
Their vacation fling has given Courtney and Blaine a taste for the threesome, and back home, they want more.
Looking for women at this point. We haven't gotten to the point where I'm comfortable enough with other guys.
Criteria-wise, somebody who's fit and takes care of themselves and doesn't eat carbs for 3 meals a day. Maybe not communist, I guess.
With maybe the most straight-laced outward appearance of any threesome fanatics, finding a match has been nearly impossible.
Usually it's younger girls, and most times they're younger than us.
Yeah.
And we kind of act older than we are because we are responsible enough to show up. So
we're respectful of other people's time.
We've had that experience a couple times where they just no call, no show.
Yeah. I'm just kind of over it. I first found out about this community online on a kind of like Facebook for swingers.
We got in touch with Jen and Mike from a mutual friend, Michael,
who told us that we should meet up with them.
They're about to meet these local lifestyle legends for a little hookup help.
Thanks, love.
Thank you. But when our couples come face to face over drinks, how will Courtney and Blaine react when Jen makes a
Just love the atmosphere. The atmosphere is so fun because you can come in there
and be yourself and have nobody judging you.
I can do me with my man.
We can be off into each other.
Right.
So the fact that it didn't happen is no big deal?
No motives. It's just, let's come. I like to dance. I like to party. It's still a club environment. I can swing out. I can two-step. I can do me. And, you know, when you're at a regular club and you're drinking, you know, you feel, I want to be touchy-feely with my man, and you can't do certain things like that in a regular club. But here, I can go ahead and touch him and sit in his lap and, you know, kiss him in a certain way that I wouldn't do out in a, you know, another public place. So for me, that's what it was more for. I can be open and promiscuous and with him and be exotic with him.
We had a really good connection from the beginning. We decided to move in together.
And fly all the way to Spain to live in a new country.
True.
But their love is not exclusive. The couple are proud members of the swinging community.
I felt a little insecure when he first asked me, but I was willing to try, and now I'm really glad that I did.
Tonight, Lana and Sean will be hosting a swingers party for the very first time. But how will they break the news to their neighbours?
Our friend Ricky, today we're gonna explain to him our lifestyle. Hopefully he becomes another swinger. We are open to anybody wanting to be with us in a relationship. Morning.
Hey, we met on a vegan dating site in the UK.
It was all very organic, and it felt like we knew each other from a previous life. At the beginning, our relationship was pretty normal, let's say. I knew I wanted something different, but because she was more traditional when it comes to relationships, we took it slow. 6 months later, we decided to open the relationship and started swinging.
When Sean said that he wanted to open the relationship, I was a little bit offended, to be honest. I felt like, why is that? Like, am I not enough by myself?
I want my girlfriend to always be happy and satisfied with whatever she needs. And on the other hand, of course, I wanted that freedom and no anxiety to do whatever I want as well.
For me, jealousy has been a problem sometimes, but over the last year especially, my jealousy has gone down to almost never getting triggered. And I think the important part is to always communicate straight away and never let something bottle up. From the first time that we did swinging together, I was supposed to just watch the experience that he was having. I got really hooked, and from then on it was me wanting to go forward with the process. And now I'm really glad that I did, because I'm much happier.
The couple have decided to take it one step further.
We are going to organize
our first swingers party today.
Favorite hall pass of his?
Yes.
Who?
He's got one girl that I'm like, yep, you're good. That's all fine.
Why do you like her? She likes, you know, tell me about her. Her character. I like to know about character.
She's super nice, super sweet, super easy. She's single. I don't have to worry about like her taking up on my man or anything.
Period.
Yeah. So she's great.
She just come to get hers and go.
She does, and he likes her. So it's good. It's all good.
So who your favorite hall pass?
Oh, Carlos.
What'd you think about Carlos?
He's a nice guy. I like him. He's a good guy.
Okay, I love this.
He's really good.
So you think like you think like being is this Carlos? Okay. So you think like being swingers, they make your like relationship stronger, like the temptation there?
So we have been together 29 years. We have been swinging for 28 years. And
wait.
We have kids for 25 years.
Okay.
So, yes, it's been great for us. It's been amazing. We don't have to worry about things. It's like everything is open and honest.
I love this.
Out on the, out.
You know what? Hell yeah.
We talk.
This is beautiful.
It's so great because there's never anything that we can't talk about.
So let me say this. Like, I feel like young people, I feel like they talk about this a lot where they're like, oh, if you feel like you need to open up the relationship in the first year, then you don't need to be together. Y'all are telling me this is not true.
Well, so...
That is for a lot of people, that is true.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so what makes y'all different then?
We talked about it. We talked about it at the very, very, very beginning.
Period.
Yeah, we talk about everything, always, no matter what, we talk about it. And if it's a problem, then we figure it out.
Enhancing is different than fixing your relationship.
Yes, it's not about fixing. Clock that T. Clock that T. It's about...
Wow.
It's
So you're saying you shouldn't be trying to open the relationship to fix.
right. No. No,
That makes it worse.
it's all about making it better.
Date expecting anything's gonna happen. Let's make a little toast. Dude, a fun night with friends, and if nothing happens, then nothing happens. But if it does, it's all the more exciting. But when getting dressed up and getting a sitter for the kids, always a nice added bonus if something does happen. Even though we've been in the lifestyle for almost 5 years, I still get nervous when we're with a new couple for the first time. It's funny because they're the type that I get really nervous in front of because they're both like big fitness buffs. But like I'm comfortable with them because
She's got dark hair.
she does, she has shorter, dark hair.
I miss having your color.
I like dark hair better anyway,
Really?
Mm-hmm.
so it's working for me. I think the biggest thing about them is they're real.
And you know what? Tim likes long blonde hair.
Well, there you go.
I think that's probably our, well, I won't speak for her, but my biggest attraction. They're not trying to pretend to be somebody they're not.
That first kiss is always the most nerve-wracking.
We double dog dare you guys to kiss.
You have to be aggressive with me.
She is kind of shy.
I am shy, very shy.
And we're both shy.
Then the second one is the good one.
Come here.
Lori and Tim go to kiss.
Someone said, "Oh my goodness," really loud, and I just started dying laughing.
So all I know is she is laughing in Tim's face.
I am. I probably spit on him. Like, I just could not keep it in, and I feel so bad for him. And Tim and Eric and Nina, they're never going to let me live that down.
Oh, no.